H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter alongside Jim Hicks. Sometimes Chris Walker sneak in here, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it is Monday morning. And folks, I got so much stuff to go. So we just go on and on. If you see behind me, that's LeBron. He flew back from winning the in-season tournament. They beat the Indiana Pacers and came back. His son played the next day, Bronny, and him and his daughter Zuri and his mom. I don't know what Savannah was. I thought that was interesting. She wasn't there. Maybe she was because she was here with Bryce the whole time because Bryce was still playing at Sierra Canyon. Maybe that's how parents do. Girl, you got this. You tired? I got it. I got this. But unique weekend, man. I had this weekend. Let me shout out to my people. I see a few people. I see D Holcomb is in the building. He on the YouTube side. Who else on YouTube? Jeremy Davis, Rod Wells, Joe Lewis, Brad Kimmel, Tyrone Caldwell, Corey Willis. Y'all get the thumbs up. Let me give me a thumbs up. Oh, I think y'all already did it already. Them guys ain't playing. What's up, G Mars? What's up? That is Moody in the building. Boy, y'all in for a good one today. If I can get all of this out today, we're in for a good one. You need the notepads and everything today. Dale Griggs. Let me find Dale Griggs calling. Oh, nope. I messed up. That ain't what I meant to play, Dale. I'm sorry. Let me find Dale's song. Hold on. Let me get there. Let me go to the other man. Let me get this.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still involved? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still involved.
Dale, that's just for Dale Griggs. That wasn't nobody else. That's just for Dale Griggs. Just for Dale Griggs right there. I had to play it. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. They won a game last night against Philadelphia. They kind of beat up on Philadelphia last night, man. What the hell? I didn't see the game. I saw bits and pieces of it, y'all. I had the advantage of going to Memphis. Played against Texas A&M yesterday. Drove up there. Had a great time. Let me tell y'all something, man. These fans going freaking crazy. I'm going to share with some about Norfolk State. I hope I get to it. Norfolk State University. Hatter, did you make it to College Station? Did I make it to College Station? Come on, man. Of course, right there sitting. Took a friend of mine and his son. We had fun. We sit right there. Kevin Freeman is the only one calling me, telling me, man, I see you at the game. If you was watching the game, if you got it on video, I was right there behind Memphis bench. And whoever liked A&M, they gave me this as I walked in. If y'all want this mess, y'all can have it as a bandana and this. If y'all want this mess, send me email at chopshophtx@gmail.com, and I will greatly get it out of my house and send it to you real quick. It's got the bandana and the little cup holder. I'll send it to you with the quickness before the weakness set in. Okay? But had a good time, man. Got a chance to talk to Penny, see him, talk to Ashton, talk to Jaden Hardaway. Got a picture of me and Ashton. I didn't post it at all. Y'all know I'm not posting nothing. But it was just unique getting the chance to go and seeing this team full of all guys. He had 13 new players on his team this year, and try to bring the thing together. They beat Memphis, got wins over Missouri, Michigan, Arkansas, and Texas A&M. Arkansas was number 20 when they beat them. Texas A&M 21 when they beat them. The Tigers are 7-2. But I want to show y'all. I think I got this sequence. I like to show y'all a little stuff about basketball a little bit. How they get it done on both. See how to show y'all how they get it done on both sides of the floor. I know, did I? Maybe I didn't put it up there. Hold up, y'all. Let me see. Let me see that I get it. Yeah, I got it. Hit it.
The screen. He leads all scorers with 27. Screen. He leads all scorers with 27. Inside, Jourdain, double teamed, and he dunks on his head. Nick Jourdain, the Temple transfer. Off the knee of Garcia. Memphis looking to run. Young, penetrating, finishing with the left. We said it's a game of runs. A&M had got it to within 2. It's now a 10-2 run for Memphis.
Here comes the pressure up top. There it is again. Another
showing
steal.
stuff
This is how
like
you make
this.
runs. Really taking Wade Taylor out of this game.
All young
Winterly
kids
with the
be able to
blow
go
by
to
and the
high-level
finish.
games like this.
A 12-2
Took a little
run
young
by
prospect,
Memphis, and Buzz
and his
Williams
dad
wants
to
to
the
talk it
game.
over.
And it was a unique situation. I just wondered how it feel, young. See, when I was young, as a prospect, I never really went to the games. When I was a little boy, I used to go to Memphis games, and then I went to see the Memphis Tams play against Dr. J in the ABA a long time ago, and was a little boy. But I never, as a older guy, got a chance to go see those games up close like that. Man, I probably would have made a big difference in my life, getting the chance to see those kind of high level games up close. Memphis playing Texas A&M and came in there and whooped the hell out of them. And I repeat again, if anybody like A&M, send me. They gave me this when I walked in the door. Send me. It's a bandana. I don't want to undo it. It's a long bandana and a little cup holder. If y'all like A&M, Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. I'll send it straight to you. Don't have to send me nothing. I'm gonna send it to you. Okay. But just sitting there watching them crazy ass fans sitting there talking about, just sitting there watching how ignorant some of these fans are. Things they were saying to the Memphis players. Every time Ashton get the ball, Daddy's boy, Ashton or one of his sons get the ball. And I know some of y'all just like him. So I understand. Some of y'all, and I understand. I just never did it. And I just don't understand the psyche. So one of these days, just explain that psyche to me. You go to the game and just try to berate little boys and young student athletes. I just ain't got to that yet. Maybe I'm not advanced to that stage. Nothing against you. Just I haven't advanced to that stage. But I was just sitting back reflecting, thinking about on January the 20th, 2022, a member of the Memphis media asked Penny Hardaway if he was embarrassed by his program and if he thought he could get it done at Memphis. And Penny told a new one in it. I think the dude named Jeff Calkins. I don't like him. But since that moment, ladies and gentlemen, I know what state I am. I know what state I pay taxes in, Paul Miranda. But I still don't like the schools. Okay? It's okay. I'm not going to sit up there and heckle the schools and heckle the people and to heckle the kids that go to the schools. But I got a right, Paul Miranda, to not like the schools that are in the state that I am. Just to let you know, everybody got a right. And but since that moment, y'all, if you don't know, y'all, it's people just comment and put stuff on the screen, tell them I remember what state I'm in. Yeah, and remember these. Oh, believe you me, I know. We got the same time kind of Tennessee. Paul, we got the same kind of people. Everything that y'all do, they do in Tennessee, where I'm from. So Texas ain't got the monopoly on whatever you're talking about, Paul. You know, I know you think Texas ain't got the monopoly. But let me get back. I'm trying to tell a story. The media asked Penny that, but since that moment, Memphis has won 76% of the games. They've gone 46-14, earned 2 consecutive NCAA berths, likely a third this year, won a conference championship, advanced to the NCAA tournament, beat 7 ranked teams, beat Buzz Williams twice, Kevin Sampson 3 times, Nate Oates, Bruce Pearl, and Juwan Howard, gone 10-2 against the Power 5, had 2 players selected in the NBA draft. It hasn't silenced his critics, but it has made them look pretty stupid. Made them look pretty stupid. Let me tell y'all something. I really did not enjoy my time at A&M game. I really didn't. When we just listening to them fans, some about them, it just ain't. It ain't right. Some about them, Lakeisha, I just wish I can say it. You have to go to experience it yourself. It's just different. It was eerie. I wouldn't send a player. So any player who asked for my advice, I would never wish that on a young black man or a young black woman ever. And that's real talk. Just real talk. Not to talk about nobody. It's just a feeling, man. That's why I didn't go by myself. I had people with me. I was not going by myself. I took a 6'7" and a 6'6" with me. I had a 6'7", a 6'8", and a 6'6" with me yesterday. And unique. I'm telling y'all, a unique situation up there, man. It's a unique situation, man. But yeah, you weren't tall enough, Freight. Freight said I forgot him. Freight, you too little. I need everybody went with me was bigger than me. But got a chance to meet some wonderful people there. Met a wonderful mom, her daughter. Their daughter dates one of the players on Memphis team. That was a highlight of the evening, and they live here in Houston. That was a great time. It was just unique, man. Just get a chance to see my little brother. Penny he's just like a little brother to me. I mean, we always, when we get together, it's certain little things we say that people would not understand because they wasn't there. It's just you. It was you. It was unique. It was. I enjoyed it. They got out of there with a win. Shout out to them. But y'all know what? At the game, oh, I got the chance to meet Jared Harris' mama. Hey, Miss Harris, enjoyed meeting you. You are a breath of fresh air. I hope you're watching the show today. But yeah, I enjoyed meeting you. Let me tell you something. I can't wait. We're gonna see a lot of each other. What else happened there? What else happened? A few more things happened. I'll get around, but people, our people, we have to stop. Yes, Rashawn Cato, absolutely. Rashawn, I'm going to talk about that this week, and I'm going to talk about it today if I have time. If Jimmy don't come on, I can really talk about it. Because I just got so much stuff to talk about today. Let me go here, because I see a lot of people need to just shut up. Summer basketball. I am so glad that my son or my kids not summer basketball and have to deal with these ninjas and all of this SHIT. Y'all, this a guy came up to me last night and just gave me with conviction, because I know the story. He came up with conviction and told me a story, told me some disinformation, misinformation, whatever kind of information it was worse, because I know the truth. He's sitting with conviction. I said, player, it's best you keep your mouth shut about this. It's best for you to be quiet. I can't tell no grown man to shut up. That's what I wanted to say. But be quiet, because you have no idea of what you're talking about. Then I gave him one fact and shut his ass down. He gonna talk about who he know. I said, well, I'm finna tell you who I know. And he shut the hell up. But he would be out here spreading this misinformation. Let me tell y'all something. I looked in, and I'm not gonna call the name. It's about 5 or 6 dudes that's in this basketball community. If y'all could just erase their ass out of it, this summer basketball and high school basketball would be a better place. If you just erase them. Now, don't hurt them. Just erase them. It just pain me. It just make me so glad that I don't have, my son didn't have to deal with this stuff. But if I wasn't around, he would have had to deal with it. So that's why I be trying to talk to y'all. All I'm trying to do is give y'all a clean glass of water, because these Negroes been giving y'all some dirty ass water. And they don't care. They come right in your face. See, you can tell one of these parents all that ignorant ass stuff, sir. But you ain't finna tell me this, because I know the truth. And when I hit him with the truth, he shut the hell up and got to moving around. See, that's our freaking problem. We scared to tell these damn people the truth. I just let it slide, Rob. I just let it slide, Rob. Ain't your business what they said. I'm just telling Paul Miranda with your nose ass. The point is, Paul Miranda, is quit saying the stuff. that you have and always think you know it, and you have no idea. Y'all don't understand, man. That's why I said, man, I have to feel sorry for y'all, parents. That's why I tell y'all, Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. If you don't understand something, I can't give everybody my number now. But if you don't understand something, we can correspond. I'm not just going to put my number out here. This man come tell me about a basketball player that he have no idea about in a situation that's going on. And I know he didn't, because I know all the facts. And I sit there and say, do this ninja know who he talking to? See, y'all, I've done too much in this industry and too much in this community for one of you dudes to think y'all can come and tell me that bullshit. So I had to let him have it. I said, look, player, stop them in the tracks. You need to be quiet about things that you know nothing about. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. This how you handle them. You know nothing about it. Well, somebody told you, but I've been there. And Chuck, I'm telling you, Chuck, kind of got on my nerve. That's why I do what I do. And I know sometimes I'm harsh. Yes, I'm harsh because sometimes you have to deal with, sometimes you got to be profane to be profound. Go Google that if you don't know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you got to have some shock value. But I did have a great time. Memphis game, Sci-Fair. Shout out to the people in Sci-Fair. Shout out to U of H for the Scott Street Bullies for constantly just putting a whooping on Mo Williams. You and that team up in Jackson, man. Y'all walking on edge. Y'all need to slow down. I know you try to teach your kids to have edge, but those dudes there was almost over the edge. Your best player was so freaking mad he couldn't play. Mental toughness is not, I'm gonna beat you up. No, it's handling adversity and excelling through it. That's mental toughness. Not, man, I'm gonna elbow you in your mouth. I'm gonna help. That ain't mental toughness. That's being a damn fool because you're gonna get put out the game and might get suspended. Yes. I'm here today for it. Oh, this Monday. I'm here today for it. But shout out to the people and the volunteers. And you know what? I ain't gonna even call them volunteers. I just call them ambassadors. Ambassadors for SIA, the Sci-Fair Invitational. Let me tell you something. Y'all had such a great event that I didn't dare go to another event because I didn't even want to go and for a letdown. I stayed there. First of all, the player and the team I wanted to see was there. So guess what? That's what gets me there. But I could have went off to another event. But y'all showed so much class and hospitality. I couldn't dare. See me, I'm different. I go. That's why I love Cleopatra's. That's why I love Mimi's New Orleans seafood. New Orleans and oyster bar. New Orleans Cafe and oyster bar. Because what? They treat you like a lady and a gentleman when you go places. ladies and gentlemen, if we give events, the only thing we have to offer is service. You want to be like Ritz-Carlton every time you go to the Ritz-Carlton. That's why people love them, because their mantra is, we are ladies and gentlemen that treat our customers as ladies and gentlemen. Man, I didn't want to go. Shout out. Let me take, let me take a time out for it. So I got to share y'all a story. Why I follow this one player. And you hear me talk about this player since 2018. Okay. 2018. It's 2023 now, right? Been to be 24. 2018. I went to a EYBL event in Dallas. So me and my partner, we were sitting in the lunchroom there, and these two young boys was at the table. And we just got talking to them. Like, man, what y'all doing here? Y'all ain't holding up playing. Now we playing another event, they told me. They said, we just wanted to come over here and see the big fellas play. I said, okay. Yeah, we would. I saw Mike Krzyzewski. I saw what is it? I saw Mike Krzyzewski. I saw Coach Cam. They were just telling me all the coaches that they saw. I saw Marvin Bagley. The little kids were just excited. Then I said, what's your name? One kid said name's Jaden Sanders. Another kid named said, my name's Mike Collins, but they call me Money Mike. I said, why they call you Money Mike? It's 2018. He's 16 now. 2018. Hold up. Just show you. Let me give you a little something. Let me show you something. Parents. Oh, my glasses in my hold on. That's him and Jaden when I met him. I didn't know he could play no basketball. Them little boys just sit there and had a touch. I was so impressed by him. In 2018, I came on the show and talked about them kids on a Monday. And now, years later, I get to come on a Monday and say he was Michael Collins, the one on the, as you're facing the screen on your left, is the MVP, was the MVP of the Sci-Fair. That's him and Davion Harmon. This when I met this kid. Right here. But they were so delightful and so respectful. I talked about them on my show, 2018, on that Monday morning. Just showing you. This ain't no dude I didn't just showed up. Oh, he good. That's why he like him. Hell no. I didn't know. I ain't never seen him play. I said, why they call you Money Mike? He said, because my jump shot money. I said, okay. That's him and Marvin Bagley. This the same little boy. So just in case you don't know, you just think, I just met this guy. I just saw a guy and he's a good player. I didn't know could he make a layup or not. Those two young men were a breath of fresh air. Mr. Yes, sir, sitting there understanding where they want to be. We want to be over here watching the big guys. Just in case. See, to know a man, you got to look at his history. I saw a couple of more other kids. What's the kid named Corey Hadnot? Corey Hadnot, you got my attention. You know why, Corey Hadnot, you got my attention? You got my attention on the basketball court. Yeah, he's all right. But they had a whole lot of junior high school kids that let come in the game. And you went over there and went down the line and shook every one of them little babies' hands because they look up to you. Michael Collins was that little bitty boy right there. I didn't know what he did. But he was so respectful and so delightful that I followed his career and followed his life to now. And you think I'm not proud? You can get mad because I talk about him. I don't care. So let's make sure our young kids are as respectful as him when they meet adults. And so adult how many years is that? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 5 years later, you got an adult talking so glowingly about him because of the young man he was back then. Jay Jackson. Jay Jackson, he went over to a tournament. That coach, his coach, president, ain't never won a tournament. They won a tournament without arguably their best player, who's been out 2 years in a row. Bryce Jackson. I can't wait to see him play. Got a chance to see him play in the scrimmage up at Beaumont, Westbrook. First time I ever really seen him play. But the reason I'm telling this story, because we got young men out here and they're great little boys. So when you wind up being great little boys, it's a great chance you will be an employable adult. Instead of some of this foolishness going on out here. Some of y'all like the foolishness. I fell in love with Brandon Young. Big guy, wear the goggles. I like guys who wear the goggles. My son used to wear goggles. Let me see a couple more players, I think. But these guys stood out. The kid go over there and get the MVP. Had a crazy summer. Matter of fact, he was on Jeffrey Day and Gary Carter. I'm gonna tell you who made it happen. Robert Carroll. We sitting at the scores table. He said, "Rob, I want to get Michael Collins on our show." They got the show. It's on Sunday night. The 30-second shot clock. Jeffrey Day, Doug Jones, and Gary. Robert Carroll called me and said, "I said, all right, what do you need to do?" Mike had a great interview last night. I wish I could have took some inserts from it. They were asking him about his teammates and how glowingly he was talking about his teammates and his coaching. If you get a chance to go, I know I just go to Ball So Hard and then I find it. If Jeffrey Day or one of y'all on here, Robert Carroll, tell people how to get it. Because I want people to support y'all show too. Yes. I want people to support it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am so glad I saw Mr. Fox there. I didn't know De'Aaron Fox was one of the major sponsors. His logo was all over the place. I love it when we go and come back and give to our community. But make sure y'all tell Brandon Young I talked about. I think he's going to Loyola of Chicago. But what I would like to tell every search the shot clock 30. Shot clock 30. Thank you, Gary. Shot clock 30. Young man Michael Collins came on there in that interview, man. talk glowingly about his coaches and talk about the coaches are mentors to him. So the coaches try to get on him so much because he want him to be a leader. They hold him accountable. And talked about his teammates. He talked about each one of them's games. He talked about how great each one of them were. You know, he talked about Julian. He talked about that Caden Tate, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. College coaches, I know y'all watch. I can't tell y'all what y'all do with y'all team. First of all, we got a smart kid that the Ivy League's been trying to get. So he got the grades. Caden Tate, about 6'5" or 6'6", and he played inside. I don't know about the rest of his game, but coach, I've never seen a kid in high school work this baseline the way this young man does. But he got a guy named Mike Collins that understands his value and makes sure he gets him the ball in the proper space all the time. See, young people, be a star. Young people, take this from Mr. Hatter. I don't care what them coaches telling y'all. I don't care what them AAU guys telling y'all. Be a star in the role you have and work for the role you want. I'm going to repeat that. Star in the role that you have and work for the role that you want. See, I know they ain't going to tell you that. Shoot them ball. Shoot all the ball. They want you to lose. They don't want you to be no champion. Anytime somebody telling you to shoot all them damn balls, they ain't looking out for you, bro. I ain't never heard no parent from the sidelines tell his parent, man, go get every damn rebound come off the rim. I ain't never heard it. Hey, Mindy. Oh, Larry Etan said he saw it. Larry Etan. That's the young kid that Robert Hatter saw 5 years ago. Little bitty boy. Hold on. I did not know he was going. How I know he was going to grow up to be one of the best players in the state of Texas? That man had a move last night. I mean, what's that? What night? Sunday night. I called and said, you know how I always tell y'all about college baskets? He had a move the other day. And got to the elbow and rose up over everybody and it hit nothing but panties. That right there is a college basket. With your body and how you held your defender off and just rose up over him right there in the Kobe sweet spot. Son, Michael, I hope you're hearing this. I know you're in class. Perfect that shot. You can get that shot for the rest of your life. Defining moments. I saw defining moments. I see watching him. And the one thing I like about him, he keep getting better. Y'all got to realize when he was that little right there, well, over there, right there back, I didn't know he can play. I never seen him play. He was over there at the big boy turn. But the kid just kept working. Under adversity, mind you. People coming and playing people in front of him. Okay. People coming and just playing people in front of him. Bringing new people on the teams. All his life and all his career. Because it's preparing him for something. I don't know what it's preparing him for. But I watch him. He had his teammates on a business trip at Cy Fair School District. When they walked in that big, beautiful arena, can't but be but one winner. And they came out the winner, and he was the MVP. So shout out to that program. Shout out to Coach President. Shout out to Caden. I'm going to try to, everybody's name I can remember now. Y'all don't know all the names. But let me go. Okay, I know Julian Collier. I know Caden Tate. I'm trying to get him in my mind. Of course, Michael. Jalen Singleton. I think Caleb Jordan. That's Michael Jordan's son. Not the Michael Jordan, the HTX Michael Jordan. Who else we got? We got Elijah. We got Sean Jones' little brother. What's my man name? Then a young fella named Deuce. That's all Deuce, I don't know your whole name, Deuce. But they came off the bad football team, so I haven't been watching them. Oh, Aiden Lewis. Aiden Lewis. Mike talked so glowingly about Aiden Lewis last night. Ashton Jones. Thank you, Herb. But those young guys were champions at the tournament that I was at this weekend. I didn't go to them other tournaments. I didn't go. I went to that one right there. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you the truth. Because of Michael Collins. Because of the relationship I developed when he was a little boy. When Jimmy was telling me, man, don't be talking about no kid. That kid done turned into something. When I'm watching some things is happening. And I've had the advantage of watching more games in high school games this year. Y'all, you remember I told y'all I'm watching more games and I'm enjoying the game a little more. I want to see. I don't care about rankings. Y'all know I never talk about ranks. But let me tell you something. You ain't finding I don't care what class. Too many people that's playing away are better than this kid right now. He's fun to watch. Go watch Shadow Creek. Great. And I can't wait to go watch. I want to see South Springs again. Because I ain't going to lie. Corey had not. You got me. You got me. Braden Young. Braden, you got me. I'm trying to see who else got me. See, y'all got to understand. I just look at the game different. Certain little things you do are going to make me want to come back. Braden Young, he got me. Corey had not. I know it's some more kid. If I can go get if y'all let me play this. Because I'm going to go. Hold up. I'm going to go. I got my information in there. Let me tell you about some special people. Hold up. And then I'll come back. I'm going to come back. I ain't going to leave. Oh, there it is right there. I'll be right back. Okay.
Someone had a birthday party at our restaurant next door, Mimi's New Orleans Cafe. They asked if they could smoke cigars on the patio. Told them yes, and they stayed a little late, and they said, we don't have anything like this in this area. So we decided to pray on it, and collectively we decided to move forward. You know, there's a need for it. This is this old part of Richmond. It's growing. The new courthouse is right there. The sheriffs come here. We get their full support. They just had a function here a couple weeks ago, and we get everybody's support, and we're just going to continue to grow with the community. We have baby grand piano, we have jazz trios, we have DJs, and we have some theme nights. We have Greek night every first Friday. We have something that we're creating right now.
Yeah, I'm back, y'all. Yeah, that's Harmon in the picture. Let me go back and get some. Let me take, because you probably just got on. Let me take you some. These pictures, I got these pictures. Had to go search these pictures. That's the little guy Coleman, the point guard for Texas. I mean, these little dudes in there working, man. Hold on, let me see what else they got. Hold on, let me take that one off. That's Harmon right there. Let me see what else they got. That's Marvin Bagley right there. He was playing in that time. They won a game. That's little Mike. That's him with Chris Harris. Let me see. Mike took a picture with everybody. Hold up. I meant to tell y'all. Listen, y'all, at the game yesterday against Texas A&M, do you know the announcer had the nerve to say, BTH, beat the hell out of Memphis on the announcement? He said, and those the signs that they had around the arena, and the Memphis players said, okay. And they brought it in there and said, okay, beat the hell. You know what I did, though? A friend of mine, son was there. They were my guests. And he's a prospect. Gonna be pretty damn good, too. And I told him before the game, He didn't ask. I said, look out for number 8. I just helped him. Shit. In about the first half, some almost, Memphis had 22 points. Guess what? Number 8 had 18 of them. I know he looked at me and like, I didn't know he was going to do that in this game. David Jones. I call him King David. Y'all know y'all call him King James. I call him King David. But how is Bryce Jackson playing over there? You see him. Bryce Jackson is not playing. He's hurt. They doing all of this without Bryce Jackson, Walter Yates. Walter Yates, I done talked about your Cowboys already. I played your song. You're a little late. I played your song, but since you here, I'm going to give you a little. I gave Dale some, but let me give you a little bit.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved?
That's all I got for you, Walt. That's all I got for you. But young men, young women in this community, you never know who you're going to meet. Michael Collins had no idea who Robert Hatter was. I was just a man in there getting me some food in the cafeteria. And him and his friends were respectful and so intriguing that I asked them their names. It's 2 little boys. And it's just amazing. You know, some people tell me they don't talk to kids. I love kids. And it was, he said, oh, where's Chris Walker? Yeah, Chris Walker, happy. He texted me last night. Let me tell you what he texted me last night. Let me tell you. What did he text me last night? He keep up with y'all. But see, now I'm going to tell y'all, when Chris Walker come back on the show, all right, y'all can't be cracking them. Chris Walker mess with this and Chris Walker do this and Chris Walker be doing all that. Y'all can't, cause he in a new position. So we have to protect him. We can't be up there talking all that old crazy stuff to Chris Walker. Y'all know who y'all are. We can't be doing that. Okay? He's a new father. He got a great woman. So it's a lot of stuff that y'all used to go back and forth and play around. And in this show, we allowed it. So we got to be, you know, when he come back on, y'all talk about sports all you want. But all that old stuff right there, he can't afford it right now. Okay? That he trying to move in a place. So, and all of this stuff, they be watching everything that we do. All right? But he sent me a text last night, and I didn't text him back. Where Walker name, man? Oh, Memphis played well. That's all he said. But he was going to hate if Memphis got beat. But Memphis played well. But that's all, man. I just love sharing stuff like that, y'all, because a lot of y'all didn't understand. A lot of y'all just, well, why is he always talking about Michael Collins? Well, first of all, he's the MVP. So he's the MVP of this tournament this weekend. Okay? First of all. Who was the MVP last year and the year before? I don't remember them, but I remember this one. You know, because you got to think about so much adversity has been found. The supposedly best player is hurt. So most people what? Just quit. Mike said, oh, no. He banded his group of guys. Man, I'm telling y'all need to go and watch what's the name of it? Gary again? Gary, I got to get that thing. Shot clock, what you call it? Shot clock 30. Mike had an interview on there last night with Gary and them. And I love, let me tell you something, man. I love leaders, young leaders like that. He talked about everybody but himself. Who was that saw that? Somebody say he hit a big shot and pointed at me. No, he didn't point at me. He was pointing at his mom. His mom was behind him. He was pointing at his mom. that wasn't me, Antoine. Antoine, quit being so. Antoine, where was you at in the building? but yeah, but the young fella, man, y'all, I'm sorry, y'all, because if they were doing bad things, a lot of people be talking about it. So when young guys being great things like that, who sit there and talking about one of his teammates, Jalen Singleton, he remind me of me when I was a 10th grader. He's a dog. He talking about his guys like this. Then he said, Julian can get anywhere. When your teammates saying Julian can get anywhere on the floor and get any shot he wants, when your teammates, your peers saying that about you, then he talked about Caden Tate. Can't nobody stop Caden Tate. If Caden Tate, how we goes, Caden Tate goes. He never talked about himself, ladies and gentlemen. This, and y'all think I'm not going to come up here and hit this button. Hold on, not Memphis again. Hit this button every time. I'm sorry. Y'all got to humor me. Because guess what? It's going to be another young man I'm going to meet somewhere in a lunchroom. And 5 years later, I hope somebody talking about him as glowingly as I'm talking. Listen, to hear him with Robert Carroll last night, that made me think about this little young man. I said, Mom, please send me them pictures. Whatever picture you got. Shout out to Robert Carroll. He did that thing. Y'all need to go over there and find that interview. That's an interview you need to show your sons. This how you handle success with grace. He gave everybody the credit. The coaches. He deflected it. He would take the blame and give everybody else the credit. I'm going to repeat that. He takes the blame. He'll tell, that was on me. They lose a game, that was on me. I got to be better. Then he talked glowingly about his mom and how she be on him. But guess what? All she want is greatness for him. Y'all got to realize, man, this man living in a house with a twin sister that's got all the accolades in the world. She Power 5. You living in a house with a sister that's Power 5. In volleyball and track and everything. You got to come on with it, bruh. You follow me? So those are the kind of things that drive y'all, our student athletes, man. And I'm proud of all of them. And like I said, a lot of kids I've never seen. But Corey, you impressed me. Braden, young Corey, had not you impressed me. And Corey, and Braden, young, you impressed me. And hold up. Look, I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button, y'all. Hold up, it'll come back. I'm back. I just hit the wrong button. Some kids. I like Julian Greer. I saw him. I'm trying to see. I didn't see that team. I'm just going on the team because I didn't see every team. If you didn't play Shadow Creek now, I didn't see you, baby. So don't get mad at me. I'm gonna try to find you. I'm just going to the kids that I saw because I like to gonna tell you who I'm in love with. Oh, I thought his name was Stoney I'm sorry. Stoney, my bad, baby. Stoney, my bad. Stoney. Corey is the brother, the cousin. But let me tell y'all, this is what I love it. My little dude from Cy Ranch, Isaac Saavedra. Isaac, somebody text Isaac and say, Isaac, you my dude. You came over there and put a whooping on Mike and them behind at Shadow Creek. Yeah, you came over there. You wasn't playing. Hold up, you had another dude, number 20. What's number 20? Chris Tippins? You my dude. Here, one more. What's the other kid name? I got to look at the numbers. What's the boy name? Number 4, Wilford. Yeah, Wilford. I like you too. But little Isaac Saveda, little guard. Boy, I like you. I'm going to keep watching you, Isaac. But I'm keep going, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Like I said, mamas, don't get mad. I didn't see everybody. Clear Springs and Stony. Stony have not. Let me see. Hold up. Number 11, Landonville. The 10th grader. Wait a minute. Landonville, 10th grade. I like Landon. Landon, you keep on working, boy. I know I'm going to be talking about you some more. Let's see. Like I say, don't get mad. I didn't see, if you didn't play against Shadow Creek, I didn't see you. Because that's the only people, I came there to see him. You know, Wilford would be a name soon. You ain't got to tell me. I saw him. That kid played for Family Lead in the summer. Oh my God, he can play the point guard. Oh, I love him. Family Lead, boy, I love little Savadra. That's my dude. He my dude. Mighty Mike playing like a top 5 kid in the city. Wow. Let me tell y'all something. And listen. That right there, he's an expert. Right here. Doug Jones. He an expert. Doug talk about this stuff. What I did, I've seen Sebastian in that class right there. Y'all know how I feel about him. John Clark. Oh my goodness. Nigel. Oh my goodness. Shelton Henderson. Oh my goodness. Mike Collins. Oh my goodness. I'm just telling you, I ain't got no rankings. I'm just going when I go see a dude. Oh, big coach. Waxahachie gave Cyrus problem. I didn't see that game. If you didn't play, I think I said it, big coach. I think I said, if you didn't play Shadow Creek, I didn't see you. And I ain't talking about what nobody gave nobody no problem. See, you talking about a team. I don't care about no team. I like players. I'm talking about players. Players. I'm talking about, listen, I'm talking about players. Hold up. Players. I ain't mentioning no team. Players. Players again. Players. A pro right there that Mike wanted to come and watch pro play. He know what a pro was back then. I'm talking about players. Big coach. I ain't see Waxahachie. I didn't pay attention to Waxahachie and McKinney. I didn't watch them. I went up to the hospitality room when they came on. I told y'all who I came to see. Let me repeat it one more time. I came to see Michael Collins. And whoever's around him gonna get the benefit when I came to see him. Let's get that straight. Because why? Put it again, just in case. That's the wrong one. Because I knew him here. And here. Hold up. Let me get you. Hold up. Jimmy, you messed up over there, dude. You messed up. You're black. I knew him there. Yeah, you blacked out over there, Doc. I don't know what's going on with Jimmy stuff over there. But I knew him there. I'm talking about players. So what we need to do is make sure our kids grow up respectable. So a man 5 years from now talking about this kid on a show that's broadcast all over the world. All over the world. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't go. I did not go to this tournament to watch Waxahachie. First of all, Waxahachie ass was in the losing bracket. So I didn't get a chance to see him. Paul Miranda. How Houston based are you, bro? I'm not Houston based. Clown, will you listen? Were you listening what I said? I don't know nobody on Waxahachie's team, Paul Miranda. Talking about, wow, you're Houston. No, I'm Mike Collins based. If Mike Collins lived in Houston, in Dallas, I'd be Mike Collins based. If Mike Collins was in Chicago with his daddy, if you listening to the damn show, Paul Miranda, have you ever talked to me about a Memphis player? Cause I don't know no Memphis player. I live in Houston, Paul Miranda. Waxahachie didn't get a chance to play Shadow Creek because they got their ass whooped. So how would I see them? That's Doug's job to watch Waxahachie. His levels to this, Paul. His levels to this, Paul. Hey, it's levels to this. First of all, if Waxahachie had been in the finals, maybe I would have watched it. If Waxahachie had been in the semifinals, maybe I would have watched it. But they wasn't either. And you still whining. You're the whiners. I bet your wife said, take your whining ass to a game. You're still whining. I know you're whining to her. You're not listening to my Houston bias. No, I said, no, I'm Collins biased. Mindy Collins, I'm Collins biased. I'm Mindy Collins biased. I'm Sonia Billingsley biased. I'm Lakeisha Wilson Johnson biased. Yes, I am. Who else am I biased about? I'm even Paul Miranda biased because he support this show. I ain't heard no Waxahachie people on here. I'm Ken Dean biased. Yes, I'm Big Coach biased. I'm Ricky Scott biased. I'm Extra Eyes Media. He's in Utah. I'm Doug Jones biased. He live in Port Arthur. I'm Antoine biased, and I don't even know where he live. Walter Yates biased, and he live everywhere. And who else? Let me keep going. I'm Brad Austin biased. He live everywhere. Thaddeus Moody in Chicago. I'm Thaddeus Moody biased. I'm Herb Baker biased. Oh, I'm keep going down. I'm Larry Etienne biased, sir. When you say I'm biased, I don't know nobody on Waxahachie team. I think I don't pass through Waxahachie. I don't know nothing about them. They went 4-1. See, look, see, this dude here still don't get it. They went 4-1, Hatter. They didn't get their ass whooped. They played before Shadow Creek on Sunday. Word, they end. Hey, wait. Let me bring on the guru. Let me bring on my man. Please, Jimmy. Please be there, Jimmy. Jimmy, what you tell me long time ago? Get on the screen. Jimmy, you remember when you said, man, your ass better make it to Sunday in the semifinals. I might not get to see you. Ain't that what you told me long time ago? You got the win for Jimmy Hicks. What I tell you, you get the ball. If you ball, you get the call. Waxahachie went 4-1, but Jimmy, I didn't see him in the semis. Jimmy, I was front row center. He played before Mike. If he played before Mike, I wasn't at the game, big coach. Duh. Jimmy, they don't Waxahachie. How are you Houston bias? I said, no, I'm Mike Collins bias. I'm Jimmy Hicks bias. I'm Afio Vizzi bias. I'm Jimmy, they don't understand. Jimmy, I mess with who mess with me. Jimmy, you might know. Jimmy, I don't know who Waxahachie, Tachi, Hatachi, Jimmy, nothing against them. That's your. Now, then you talk about what Doug Jones' job is to know who Waxahachie is. I didn't watch Waxahachie. Jimmy, I don't even know what kind of uniform they got. What color is the uniform, Jimmy? Do you know the color of the uniform? Jimmy, I was there to see Mike Collins, and they ain't got it yet. Jimmy laughed. Jimmy looked up there and said, boy, I know why you. Hold up. I'm going to show you how bad it is. Jimmy, the referee, Dorsey came up and said, the referee, he came up and said, why are you still here? He said, everybody gone but you. I said, this dude finna play next. I don't care who ain't in this one. I'm there to see Michael Collins. And that's what people don't understand about this. To me, this ain't my job. You see that man right there? He made a career out of this. Doug Jones, they make a career out of this. Robert Haddon, Mr. Waxahachie, if I don't know none of your players and I don't know the coach. This is Jimmy, I'm finna do a disclaimer. This ain't got nothing to do with Jimmy. The views of Robert Haddon right now, and don't not come to his event because I'm talking. Okay, I'm just letting you know. I like to put those disclaimers out here, man. Lakeisha, I'm Lakeisha Johnson bias. That's what the people don't understand. But keep going. Yeah. Whatever. Jimmy, hey, hold up, y'all. If you just got on here, I got something for y'all. Because I don't want this stuff in my house. They gave it to me as I came in the game last night. From that team. Hold on, Jimmy. I'm sorry. You see it now? You see it now? That ain't TSU colors. I know you were looking like it could be TSU colors. Now, Jimmy, if anybody want this,
Say I got a cold one. I'm back drinking brews now. I got a cold one that go into that little.
You want this?
What they call it, a koozie? What they call it?
I don't know what they. Wait a minute. Who want? I told the people to send me the email.
I got a long neck. I got a long neck that'll go up in that thing right there.
Okay, guess what? Let me see, Jimmy. Hold up. If ain't nobody sent the email right now, you get it. Hold on. Let me tell y'all. Let me see.
They keep the rag. I don't need the do rag.
Y'all don't get it because ain't nobody sent me no email yet. Jimmy, you got the code.
They keep the bandana. They can let it hang out. Let it drip out the back pocket or something. But
Jimmy, why you didn't text me last night? You know, you'd have texted me last night if Memphis has got their ass whooped. But you ain't said nothing to me. Chris Walker.
I actually watched the beginning of that game.
I don't care what you watch. How come you didn't text me?
I didn't see the end. I didn't know the outcome till last night. I watched the beginning of it, maybe about to the third TV timeout, and then we left and they're gonna run some errands. Yeah, me and Sandy, we actually watched some of that. Sure did. That kid Jones came out the gate lighting fire to him. He had about 18, I think about 14, 15, and something like when I stopped watching. He was cooking. They kept putting different guys on. It didn't matter. That was his day. And he was a leading scorer. He's one of only 7 guys in the country in Division I that's leading their team in points, rebound, and assists at the Division I level. So he stepped up and showed out. That's some good film or a good notch on his resume as he proceeds through the season. I was looking, speaking of college basketball real quick, I was looking because A&M were ranked in the country like number 18 or something other. They tumbled out, and I thought Memphis would have got in, but they still did not put Memphis into the top 25 today. So, I guess Northwestern got that nod after beating Purdue. And which is rightfully so. Northwestern, got that. So I guess Memphis is one of those teams chomping at the bit to keep winning and keep being consistent. So I do know that U of H dropped a spot. They're number 4.
Why did they drop?
That's crazy because they dropped Purdue from number 1 to number 3. losing to
So they didn't want to
unranked.
put them over. Okay.
Yeah, but losing to unranked Northwestern. Unranked Northwestern, you lost to
So Jim,
them.
that's why I don't get mad at them rankings. Cause people can't. So people get mad at y'all rankings. That's why you ain't ranking no more.
I'm not getting mad at it, but I'm just thinking, I'm just seeing like, I mean, you gave them no room. Understand something. Dropping Purdue from 1 to 3, and Arizona moves up into the 1 hole. They were already, I'm sorry, Arizona was already number 1. Purdue, I think, was maybe number 2, maybe, or something. I think Arizona was already number 1, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, they played each other this weekend. And so if Purdue and Arizona.
Sure do.
And if Purdue beats them, they're going to go up into that slot and nobody be mad at it anyway. So why not drop them to number 4, leave U of H alone? U of H didn't struggle this bad. They played Jackson State, for crying out loud. I mean, but it's okay. Guess what? The Big 12 has 3 of the top 6 teams in the current AP poll in men's basketball. 3 of the top 6, half of the top 6, Big 12. And so in case you haven't paying attention, Kansas is at 2, U of H is at 4, and of course Baylor is at 6 in the current poll. Baylor undefeated as well, in case you haven't noticed. That freshman over there has been getting it in over at Baylor. Those guys,
like him.
I mean, next man up. One thing about that program, they have been consistent. So you can't say it was. Think about how many Baylor. I give credit where credit is due. One thing about it that assistant coaches come out of there saying, he can get his assistants head jobs. There's at least 3 former assistant coaches from Baylor basketball that are head college coaches right now. At least 3. And so that means next man up at the bit, Alvin Brooks III, who's sitting there and priming himself for a head college job, but due to his resume at other schools. Don't get it twisted. He's already in the record books, and something that's probably never going to be broken. Some people in the record books, all you can do is tie it. You ain't gonna break this one. He's the only Division I, only coach, that has won a national championship in consecutive years at a JUCO, at 2 different JUCOs. And he won a national championship at a Division I. It was Fort Smith, Arkansas, Midland Junior College, and at Baylor. Got 3 rings. Alvin Brooks III. So anyway, shout out to those guys. And of course, this weekend, speaking of basketball, man, you know what? I can give credit for the state of Texas. I can give credit where it's due, because I know we went through a funk a few years ago where it was the term duck season. A lot of teams wasn't playing each other. Now you look around the whole state, pretty much everybody, it ain't much smoke ducking as of late. Guys are getting in front of guys for the most part. There's still some teams and some coaches out there that's reluctant to get out there in the middle of the road. I get it. And you know who you are. But for the most part, a lot of guys, think about it. Stony Point played against Lake Travis just recently. That game needed a buzzer beater to win. I think a kid hit a half-court shot. That's Region 4. That's, Beaumont United. They're playing Silsby tonight, Adam. And they played they play Atascocita on Friday. Mm-hmm. That's a district game, of course. Atascocita. Nobody is ducking nobody pretty much so this year. I like that, because that means everybody will be pretty, for the most part, whoever make it to the state, to San Antonio, will have been battle tested. Or I had to at least have the opportunity to. Of course, you gave a shout out to Talk Cypress Hoops. Shout out to those guys over at Shadow Creek.
First class.
Understand something. This is without their tallest player. Mm-hmm. A player who hasn't played a high school basketball game, a scholastic game, since February of 2022. 2022 It's the last high school basketball game he's played. That's a young man named Bryce Jackson. He's about 6'5". He's in 11th grade. And one thing about him, when he's not playing, even though he's not playing, he is on the bench serving as a de facto assistant coach. Guys come out the game, sit on the bench, he's talking to them. Guys come out over there, he's chatting with them. Guys, he's rooting. He's helping with instruction. He's helping to relay and serve as for sometimes a kid that don't get the language right from a coach, and he come up wondering why he took out the game. Hey, man, I watched him. This tap on the leg, whispering in their ear. Guess what? Kid okay now. The body language a lot better. Most times when he's talking to these young boys, his teammates, their body language corrects. They're receptive. And I'll think back, this same Bryce Jackson, he was coaching this team in fall ball. In fall ball, Heather. He was coaching them in fall ball. And guess what? Those are the things, some of you guys, you may not, and it's not your job to pay attention to certain things. And I tell you guys, I like to try to pay attention to stuff that I know people ain't watching. Everybody watching the score sheet or the scoreboard. I'm trying to watch other stuff. It's the mom and the dad is sitting together. If they ain't, why? Which one of them is the most? If they not, then I mean I'm looking to see which one of them is the vocal one. Which one is the yin and which one is the yang? Mamas and dad, mammas and pappies, there are yins and yangs out there. When you don't sit together, rest assured, either two things. Either y'all are divorced, separated, one of y'all in a doghouse, or there's a yin and a yang. And the other one don't want to be around, don't want to be by the other one because they don't want to get sucked into that down that rabbit hole. I'll pay attention to all of that. Now, what I also pay attention to is when a young man is coaching his team, his teammates in the fall ball season, and they are responding to him and very productively. That's what Bryce Jackson was doing to these kids. He was coaching the team. He's on the bench coaching them. Like really, look over at the head coach every now and then. He give him a baseball signal or something. And he know who the sub is, but he was getting it in. And that team made it to the semifinals, Adam. They made it to the semifinals of the Super 16 back in October. Mm-hmm. That's the most prestigious fall ball tournament.
So they've been consistently winning. Okay.
They made it to the Final Four. You know who else made it to the Final Four?
Who? I forgot.
Thurgood Marshall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the Booker T. Washington. That was a war of attrition right there.
Now Summer Creek was the fourth team. They won a double overtime toss-up between them and Atascocita. Somebody had to win. Remember that Atascocita team.
Booker T. Washington had a great game against Shadow Creek. That game was going back and forth. That was a good one.
So you can see that tournament, which has been going on since 2004.
Yeah, I remember that.
Called a Super 16 Extravaganza, the Fall High School Championship. It gives us a signs. It tests the pulse of a lot of these teams. None of their high school coaches can sit on the bench.
That's right.
So this all equal. You're measuring if you're paying attention. I've been watching this tournament long enough to tell whoever can advance in that thing, they are the real deal.
Right.
Thurgood Marshall got their ass toe off the bone the first
two times
in the pool play.
And come back and won.
They got beat by 20 both games in pool play.
Absolutely.
And everybody was like, it's a fluke. How they make it to the championship? How they keep winning? We just whipped it. And I said, then I went and I talked to Marlon Lowe. I said, Marlon, what happened? What's going on? He said, man, I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't me. Damn sure wasn't me, Hicks. It was Ryan and Courtney pulled me to the side and gave me a couple of directives of what to do in regard to just change some things up on the game plan, on just on court stuff, simple stuff. He gave him like 2 or 3 different things. We're gonna change. You're not doing what I asked you to do, Marlon. You're trying to do this like this grassroots basketball. This is a program. These kids been in PE classes together, and Marlon say he let go and say, you know what, you're right. This is your program. You don't have Jalen Lowe running the hymns with this team. It's a different way that they have to win. And Thurgood Marshall has been winning ever since. They have not lost a game together since October. You hear me? It's December. These dudes here. And so once you get to churning like that, then you can look back at it and say, if you watch them play against Booker T. Washington, and Booker T. Washington was thinking, oh man, it's fluke. It's like it's your fault you lost to Marshall. No, it's Marshall's fault they open up a can of whoopers on that ass. Booker T had all but quit in that game.
I didn't stay because
and we thought many people thought coming in, oh man, Ian
but
Lowe.
they played so great the game before. I mean, they was like they were hitting everything on Shadow Creek. Because if they did, Shadow Creek was gonna whoop their ass.
Yes. And that's the same thing that happened to them versus that they applied to Shadow Creek. Marshall applied to them. And Marshall jumped out on that ass good and quick. And then you playing on a different court, that longer court, and a little bit longer than the other ones on that court the championship game was on. And so I'm just giving you guys something to think about. Right now, we're at the mid-season point of the high school season, and you look at the favorites in the region, and 3 of those 4 teams that made it to the semifinals of the Super 16, 3 of those 4 are hands down favorites right now in their respective classifications. That was a 4A team that made it, which was Booker T. Washington. They're the favorite. You can say what you want. Of course, Sealsby going to have Draylon Miller coming back. You know, say what you want. Guess what? Time will tell. But right now,
Chris McDermott.
Booker T. Washington is the favorite, the team to beat. They're the defending champs. They've gotten better than they were a year ago. 5A, Thurgood Marshall. 6A, Shadow Creek. Without Bryce Jackson, they won the Cypress tournament. This is despite the first time in history that 3 Cypress ISD schools made it to the semifinal round, and neither one of them actually won the tournament. Cy Falls, this is their 4th time making it to the championship. They lost in the championship to Shadow Creek. They're the Buffalo Bills of the Cypress Hoops tournament right now. That's what they are. The Buffalo Bills made it to the Super Bowl 4 times.
The Jim Kelly quarterback.
Yeah. Frank Wright. Yeah, and they beat our ass though, but they didn't.
Oh, and Frank Wright. Yeah. He was the back.
Our ass, but so want to give you guys that point about
that's good
about the area and how we're looking at right now. Remember, we don't have the power pellet or the power punch of teams with multiple Division I seniors on the same team that's getting down. We just got it's a notch down.
Yeah.
But for the hand that everybody is dealt with,
they balling.
If they keep doing what they're doing, and if Bryce Jackson, think about it, that's the scary part now, Adam. When you bring a guy in like that, if he's trying to pick up where he left off at, or are they going to bring him off the bench? Would that be would he want to even come off the bench just for the first game?
But coach, if you're that good, Jimmy, you remember we had that situation. You remember Robert was hurt and they brought him back. They took a long run. So it's just but bringing a point guard back is different from bringing another guy back. You might be right. But Bryce, Bryce is a bright player. I just ain't never seen him play it much, Jimmy. But you just said the way he's coaching his team and the way he's leading, he understands the game a lot, and he knows he got some dogs out there, and all he got to do is come in and just and do certain things about him. And I just hope that's his mindset. But you're right. Sometimes, and I don't know how coaches, any high school coaches on there, how do you handle that? Because this ain't just no role. You talking about, do I bring him off the bench? You don't bring no dude this good off the bench, Jimmy. You got to play your best players, man. So, coaches, how y'all think about that? I'm talking about high school coaches who really coach. I ain't talking about you damn summer coaches. I'm talking about high school coaches. If you own that, tell me how you handle that. Or text Jimmy or text me. How do you handle this? No, how you would handle that situation. Because I guess a lot of people.
Different ways. Because in this situation, think about it. For no matter what happens,
okay,
I'm going to give just my advice.
Yeah.
If and whenever Bryce Jackson returns to the court,
Mm-hmm.
it should be against a team that they are overwhelmingly favored over in district play.
Okay.
It
Okay.
shouldn't be against a rival game or number one versus number two. That magnitude, the stakes are too high because let him come in and get the jitters off. Let him come in and then you go from there. Also, whoever he play, no matter what happens, the rotation that you currently have is either going to be two things: expanded or it's going to decrease the minutes for somebody. By default, somebody's minutes got to sacrifice.
Why would you bring, like some people tell me, I would bring him off the bench. So you bring LeBron off the bench? You bring your best player? Usually coaches just don't bring their best player, coach, off the bench. That's me.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Based on what I've seen, how he interacted as a coach, as a fall ball coach with his team, would he would even not mind doing that. Okay. You're not going to. I'm just saying. I'm just for the sake.
You know
of
what,
the
Jimmy?
team,
you might be right because we was up at Beaumont when we went to play Beaumont Rasbrook in the scrimmage. I think he came off the bench. Yeah, I think he came off the bench. He might have came off the bench in Beaumont.
I think when you see a kid doing all of that he's doing, he understands there's going to be, if he starts, one of his buddies is not going to be a starter no more. Mm-hmm. You want to keep that, you better keep that guy happy for right now.
Okay.
Even if he just going to play the jump ball and play 3 possessions and goddamn, then you sub him out. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if that's the case, but I'm thinking not everybody. He's as Gary would say, he in the personnel matters. He's a unicorn compared to his peers right now, from what I've seen right now. Things change once that ball go up in there. Don't worry about it. Don't get it twisted. But right now, it appears because that could mess things up.
But Jimmy, he's right. Doug said he missed 14 months of basketball. Now, but he came back and played now, y'all. He's been practicing and playing, but he just got hurt again, the other foot. So it ain't really been 14 consecutive months because he had some months that he came in, but then he got hurt right before your event. But he has to gain confidence. And let me tell you something. I was one of the few in the building when he played against Beaumont Westbrook in the scrimmage. Only thing was wrong is just shot was short. So he didn't have no lift on his shot. But everything else, he was doing fluidly. So, I mean, I don't know. But I mean, I guess y'all might be right. Me,
but
I'm throwing my dog back out there. That's me.
It's going to happen sooner or later. I mean, this team, I'm just saying, I'm just thinking like you don't want to, because once it's not like the team is undefeated, right? They took a loss, I think maybe 2 losses this season. They lost to the team out of San Antonio, I think Veterans Memorial, and they lost to somebody.
Ranch.
Ranch beat them by double digits. So so it's not like they're striving for undefeated. You know, they're not trying to keep a perfect record intact. But you got this important, the bigger picture. This team, Shadow Creek, is if Bryce can successfully insert himself back into the rotation, and the rest of the team is happy, you know, with their roles, right? That means the parents, they're not over there counting minutes and counting stats no more. I'm telling you what has to happen. If this happens, this team has the tools. They can win a state championship. Yeah. Y'all can frown up if you want. You don't understand. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Tate can play if San Antonio, if Shadow Creek advances out of this region, a kid like Tate will mess around and get an offer from Incarnate Word.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you. I've seen kids get to state and get offers. They had 0 offers whatsoever. Yeah. I've seen it happen multiple times. 0 offers. And they get to the state tournament on that platform, and a couple of colleges who in the region, their season is over with. Remember, a lot of them played in there because their conference tournaments. During those days, the Southland tournament used to be held at the Merrill Center in Katy, and so some of those coaches would be in the state already, and that's halfway down I-10, and they would say, "Well, hell, might as well go on over to Austin, or might as well go on over to San Antonio and catch one of these young players out there. Somebody's saying that's pretty good, and meet some of the high school coaches, fellowship with them for a half a day, and them coaches get back to where they're going." I'm telling you.
Jimmy, you just said something that made me think about, you know who K&T remind me of? Calvin Solomon. I mean, not Solomon. What's the boy used to play for Klein Forest? About the
That's
6'8"
Calvin.
guy.
That's Calvin Solomon.
That's what I was just trying to say who he remind me of. With uncanny around the basket. But keep going. But that's a good one, Jimmy. I didn't know you was looking at him like that. They got it.
They got the tools. They got the pieces. Now the thing is, they're doing this without a key component. You guys don't understand, and I don't expect you guys to understand because you haven't seen him. You never even paid attention to him,
right?
So you didn't even know he hadn't played 17s. He ain't no All-American. But what he was, we had one batch of rankings that came out before he got hurt in that fall, and he was the number one player in this city in that class. In case you didn't know, you got Sebastian Williams Adams, and you have Nigel Walls, and you have all these cats, and
he was in that class you was bragging about.
He was number one in the rankings before he got hurt on the last practice before the season opener.
Right. That's a good observation.
So we'll see how this goes. I don't expect him to. He's not the number one player in the class right now. Until you have to go back and earn that.
Yeah.
In the area, because Sebastian Williams Adams, hey, he balling. And guess what? In all fairness, the egg appears to have hatched for Nigel Wall.
Yes, sir.
Dude put up a 30 and 8 the other day against somebody.
I'm telling you, I was talking about
him. You watched him last week. We're at Houston Christian at the Mustang Classic. And hey, remember, all eggs don't hatch on the same day. A lot of people give invites to prestigious camps and stuff to some people because of their projectivity, because of their potential.
Right.
And I get that. I'm not one of those guys, but I get it. I understand why some people do. I understand that. Understanding takes you a long way in life. So with this young man, it appears that his egg is hatching. You see it cracking, a leg and came out the egg, Hatter. I see 2 fingers and came out the egg. I'm looking, the egg cracking. You better get out the way now. The egg all the way might be a monster in that egg. That kid there is balling. And guess what? I got a chance to watch Sheldon Henderson again this weekend and the Bel Air team.
What did he do?
I was thinking,
what did he do?
And I said it before.
Because I didn't see.
They've consistently played. They played a really good schedule.
Okay.
And I said it before.
What you mean good for them? What you mean good for them? What you mean by good?
They played a schedule that's some opponents that's been pretty doggone good.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
They played some really good opponents.
Okay.
Bel Air has. Okay. And so this weekend they played Dallas Lancaster.
Okay.
I call them Lancaster.
Yeah.
And first half, Sheldon and Bel Air, it was a 3-point game at the half. And then then of course the big fella Batee who signed with Temple, it was definitely he imposed his will on the game and was a difference maker. And this was the first time seeing Bel Air with Coleman Dutton. And however they use Coleman Dutton, he has a long brace on his left knee. I guess preventive maintenance with that. And they use him running the offense. Prior to Sheldon Henderson ran the offense for Bel Air. Sheldon would go over to the short corner, and that's where he would mostly reside. So that means you become predictable in the offense because you didn't never come up and get that rock. They couldn't afford. They didn't want to use Coleman off the ball I guess because Sheldon is better as attacking. But so that means a lot of times Sheldon did not get his hands on that ball nowhere near as much as he did before. So that means your productivity is going to drop. But still, Sheldon Henderson had 21 points in that loss. Lancaster won 69-53. Also, Anthony Andrews had 10, and the kid Coleman Dunn had 11. But this Bel Air team, once again, they are a player or two shy. And I think about the one player that really, really, really could have helped himself and helped Bel Air had he stayed there. This young white kid, Noah Newman, who went over and transferred to Good Vision. He was at Bel Air and transferred away. He can shoot that ball. I watched him play early on with the Good Vision team when they played against Worthing High School. And little Noah, he had 20 in that game. Stroke was looking good. Him
Jimmy,
at
we
Bel
can't
Air.
worry about who didn't come. We ain't talk about nobody.
I'm just saying this thing like what else? Like a lot of people say, man,
if my auntie had a scrotum, she'd be my uncle.
Because a guy asked me the same thing this weekend, man. When Bel Air, man, why they came down? I said, well, look here, let me tell you something now.
But they got a great player in Sheldon, though.
Yes, and he's an 11th grader, and they have and LJ Andrews is a complimentary. He's an 11th grader as well. So, but the thing is, I go back to last year. That was you don't. Public schools don't have every year. They have windows of opportunity that's going to come and open and close. Last year was Bel Air's window of opportunity. Tell you why I mean that. Because if Noah Newman left, now with everything they have right now, Noah Newman left, right? Jacob Cole, who was on the front cover of the magazine, he left. Had they both been there, that Bel Air team would have definitely been a favorite or had a chance to advance to state based on all. You realize Bowman United did not have Terrence Arsenault anymore. So it just, you get windows, that window done close. You don't know when they're going to have. But right now, they got, and I think once those two young men are going, Coach Glover is probably going to seriously consider laying it down at that time. So that's why it looks like on that bench, Hatter, I see Willie Pokey Patrick, who's the head girls coach at Bel Air. He's now sitting next to Coach Glover on the bench, helping Coach Glover out. Could Willie Pokey Patrick be priming himself to be the successor at Bel Air boys basketball program once Coach Glover laid down? That's something to think about. It's only time will tell. We'll see how that goes. Now, speaking of Third Ward Jamboree, it was really some good games over there. It was some good action. I mean, things went quick. A lot of the teams that came, a lot of towns, San Antonio Wagner jumped out on the Atascocita 15-0. 15-0. The Atascocita didn't know what the hell was happening. And all of a sudden, look, Jarrell Barron III, that's the best brand of basketball that I've seen him play in the Atascocita uniform in a long time. He put together a spurt where he actually, his teammates said, "You're our guy. We need to get you the ball and see if you can help us get out this hole." And they did it. And he was pop, 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 drip, 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 calling direct. No. I'm waiting on you. We ain't got no shot clock. Let's run this thing. One possession, they made 11 passes before they got the right shot. Atascocita. 11 passes in one possession. Guys just moving like they the globe, moving. They moving in that offense too. Moving. Next thing you know, somebody then slipped up on defense. Guy wide open, hit a three.
Jimmy, that's why they do it. Because they know high school players ain't that disciplined.
And boy, that drives the other coach, man. You know this coach from San Antonio Wagner, Rodney Clark. He go.
I like him.
Remember now, it made me nervous now. 1 year ago, We had to call the medic over there on him because he passed out in the middle of the game.
That's right.
I was worried about Coach Clark, man. Coach Clark over there, he get them ropers and get the stuffing on their flow. And oh man. So that was a great game. Jarrell Barron, he's going to Brown University. Very smart young man that could definitely help that program in 2 to 3 years easily.
Who?
So that's Jarrell Barron.
Oh, talking about Brown?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be great at Brown.
Yeah, he can help that program in 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
because he know how to play.
Yeah,
when
man.
you know how to play, man, it just makes it easy. And if he can defend, Jimmy, they'll play immediately. Freshman, if you can't defend, it's hard to get on that floor in the beginning. But Jimmy, you didn't mention, did John Clark play this weekend? Anyway?
Yeah, he played the tournament you was at.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. He didn't? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he played. He played. Clyde Kane played in the Cypress tournament. They went to the left and they got knocked out like the second round. They beat Summer Creek.
So they got their ass whooped? Jimmy, I don't remember that one.
Yeah. They went to the left, and I think they were playing most of the game maybe at Bridgeland High School. But yeah, he played this weekend. I don't know if an update on
Jimmy,
how
his name
he did.
ain't in the book. I don't see Clyde Kane. Keller. Oh, sure was. You're right, Jim.
Yeah.
Damn, so John Clark and them got the head tore off.
Yeah, they went to the left. They went
over there with Watson.
No, I think they first game they lost to Cy Creek. Cy Creek is a scary team right now.
Jimmy, I like them.
Cy Creek beat them first round like by 1 point. Went down to the wire, 1 point game. They went to the left. Then I think Clyde Kane beat Cy Park. Then they beat Summer Creek, and they lost to the team from Pflugerville with my young fellow that coach used to be at Duncanville, and that was in the consolation semifinals. That's they made it to. So, but I was giving you guys also in some of the standouts from the Third Ward Jamboree. Dawson High School beat Episcopal 69-64. They have a 10th grader at Dawson that I've seen play. We watched him play during the McDonald's Texas Invitational. Ward number 10 for Dawson, Malik Simius. This was his coming out party. This particular game. This game, because he was opposite a Division I signee, and it was a very close game, a back and forth game from Episcopal and Dawson. And this young fellow came down to the fourth quarter, and he scored 13 points in the fourth quarter. Malik Simius. And he finished with 32, and he was talking some good smack to Justin Begg in doing so. Now, Justin Begg, he had a pretty good game on this particular night, but they needed him and Jaquil Registi. They both had good games on this night, but they needed more. And it wasn't necessarily they needed more from them on the defensive end, probably to say so, because nobody could stop Malik Simius. He had 32 points, 13 in the fourth quarter. This is a 10th grader. And
what school?
At Dawson. We watched them play. When we did the broadcast from the McDonald's tournament back last month. And he was cooking. He was hitting jumpers, getting to the rack. He was in a flow. And like I said, it was good, friendly, good smack talking. Wasn't no text, wasn't no bumping. It was some good stuff. You can see it. Justin Begg saying it, giving it back to him like, I'm going to show you, young boy. But then it got to a point. You get behind and you don't counter. And next thing you know, you're going to get doubled down on because they're going to go back and score again. The shout out to Malik Simius.
What's his number?
War number 10.
Okay. I don't remember.
Number 10.
Okay.
Also, who I remember over there, I told you guys about Dylan Batee from Lancaster. I mentioned Sheldon Henderson. Little kid Elijah Mitchell from Good Vision. He was active, 26 points, 8 rebounds in their win, a blowout win over Worthing. Young fella from Worthing, Corian Hardy had 28 points, 5 threes in that loss. Hey, the young fella, the two-sport football star Jordan Andrews, from Yates High School. He's an 11th grader, and he had 27 as Jack Yates mollywopped Concordia Lutheran 114-70. That I did not see that coming. Of course, the Concordia Lutheran has a 10th grader, Dayton Navy. He had 20 points. 15 of those came in the first half. Jace Jeffries finished with 16. 10 came in the fourth quarter, which was deeply into garbage time by then. So I mean, he had 6 points going into the fourth quarter. And Yates led at the half 55-37. Also, that's pretty much Manville and Madison was a great game. Went down to stretch. I loved how that game went down to the very last play. Manville was cooking Madison. Madison surged back. Manville held off. Byron Green, the 10th grader, had 15 points in that win. Anthony Avalos, 24 in the loss for Madison. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell for the Third Ward Jamboree. I want to get ready to land the plane shortly, but I want to talk about something that I promised I would talk about today, Alan. And that is this past weekend, of course, last week, in case you guys didn't know, there was a couple of incidents around the city. And one of them involved a player and student athlete attacking the head coach. This happened at Willis High School, which is on the outskirts of Houston. And they had just won the game. Let me give you guys the facts first. I'll give you your facts first. Willis is near Conroe. Conroe is next to the Woodlands. Conroe ISD actually encompasses the Woodlands. That's a school district called Conroe ISD. Willis hasn't beaten Conroe in a while. They were played at Conroe. These are facts. Willis won the game, right? During the game, there was a young man that got in the game around the 3-minute and 30-second mark of the first quarter. Around the 5:50 mark of the second quarter, he was subbed out after getting a double foul with another player. Not a tech, just double foul. Just got game's a frisky game. Those are two rivals, the schools. So took like 3 shots, missed all 3 of them at that time. Goes out. Now, as he's coming out, the body language. And according to a couple of eyewitnesses, a coach go to meet the kid to get him because of double foul. You subbing out, assistant coach or somebody go hype to calm him down. Hey man, good. And the kid kind of jerks, like that's non-verbally says, "Don't touch me." He doesn't say that. I don't know. I'm saying when somebody try to grab your arm, you do that. That non-verbally says, "Don't touch me." So the head coach sees that, and the head coach said, "Okay, well, I'm not gonna put him back in." I don't know if the coach tell him that. I'm just thinking, So goes on. Game is frisky. These are facts now. The coach going into the motion of emptying the bench toward the end of the game and put the young fella back into the game. Now, mind you, at or before that time, a woman that's later identified as the mother walks down towards the floor, walks down out of the bleachers and basically yells her displeasures towards the coach about why her son is not playing, getting back in the game. Right? So after the game, we go to the end of the game. They go in the locker room. Remember, it's Frisky out there. Remember, that was already a double foul. A couple of other stuff, elbow, So this Willis team is going to stay in the locker room an extended amount of time to give the Conroe kids a chance to go and leave on their fans so that they worried about Conroe. You're not thinking about a civil war within your program. You're going to worry about the opponent. Make sure kids get safe. So there's the parent says they're going to take that particular kid and that kid is going to go home with the parent. So the team is in the locker room and another parent tells them they're going to take their kid. So there's two young men that's gone with their parents.
Off the team.
A parent can say they're gonna ride with me. Small town schools like that.
You do it.
Most schools they require them to ride on the bus. But on the weekend, and this wasn't a weekend game. This is a Tuesday night.
Don't matter. I know
it's
it's
last Tuesday. In some schools, they allow it if the parents, whatever the structure, the procedures may be. Little Johnny riding home with me because we got to get up work tomorrow. I can't wait. I got whatever the reason may be. And the coach said, okay, cool. So two young men is gone with the parents. The rest of the team is in the locker room and they wait and they go and get on the bus to go back to Willis High School. Y'all share the show right now because y'all know y'all got some people that want to see this right here. That's what y'all need to do. Share the show. Matter of fact, let me do it right now. Let's get a good share in right now. We're talking about the Willis High School incident, right? From where a player attacked the head coach on last Tuesday night. So I resume with these facts. So the mom, they get to the school, the team, and they get to the school. That the coach realized to get off the bus. The mama, the brother, and
the kids that left the game.
They left the game early, supposed to be going home.
They
at the school parking lot in the car. And they're waiting.
He didn't realize they were waiting on him?
I mean, here's the thing. So now, at this point, remember, Terry got more than one eyewitness. So now I go and I talk to the coach. Talk to one of the coaches. Coach, okay, now explain this part about this part. Now, this part happened in the gym. Everybody saw that. Everybody didn't see what happened at Willis High School. I need to talk to you now. What? Then I need to talk to the other coach. I need to get two angles. What happened at this? What did y'all do to prevent it from getting to where it went? So, according to the coaches, the mom approached them. I'm not sure if it was in the building or outside of the building. I want to say I heard them say inside the building. You go into the locker room, check in, kids, get their belongings or whatever.
They have to drop the uniforms off too.
Some kids, some kids do it different ways. I don't know. Some team, but get your books or whatever, get your homework, you put in your regular lock, whatever. And the mom wanted to have a meeting, and the coach stressed that he has a 24-hour rule after games for parent.
Too emotional.
I've heard that before. That's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon. I got that rule. Yeah.
And so at that time, the brother, the son of the mother, the brother of the player, was along standing there with the mom. So the mom is stressing, demanding a meeting to want to basically have court on this topic right now. The question is what her son's playing time. Coach stress and ain't no talking right now. We can meet tomorrow night. We can call a meeting 24 hours. We can meet after. Yeah, not right now. Like, we getting ready to go. So then the brother is accused of escalating verbally. The mom gets, they both now they're yapping, bumping at the coach.
No, nigga, we gonna finna talk now.
And
I know some of that went, but
at that point, so they're bumping at the coach. The hand. People. We talk with our hands. A lot of people when they get so that means hands now coming in. Semi whatever's been said has been said. So now they get the people. Once again, the family is outside. At some point, the coach is inside the school building, and the kid, most of the kids are gone now. And the coach calls the athletic director and let the athletic director know that he need him to come up to the school because there's a concern of safety with these parents that are giving him problems and making some type of verbal demands that he's not willing to address at the time. So he called his AD. AD has been informed. So then the coach looking in the inside of the building, looking to the outside. And he's waiting. 5-10 minutes go by. And the coach felt, okay, it's calm now. Most people have left. There's nothing left but a handful of people that's still left in the parking lot. Maybe 5 people or so. I can handle this, man. Let me go in this. They done calm down now. But they're still there. They hadn't left. Coach goes out there to talk. Instead of standing there waiting on the athletic director, he figures, it's okay now. When he goes outside, that's when the physical component took place. And it wasn't just the 2 brothers, Hannah. It wasn't the 2 brothers. It wasn't just them. They were arrested.
But the mammy was in on it too.
I'm not sure. I didn't hear that the mom was throwing any punches.
So they had some more friends that came?
They had at least one other unidentified male. But this is where the heart grab. This is where your breaking news is at. One of the starters on the team. And I'm not going to say his name because he's a juvenile.
Right. He didn't help them, man.
They got the film. They got the film from footage from the school, the parking lot. It was later learned because once the coach don't know who's hitting him, once you ball up or curl up or whatever, you don't know who's necessarily knows hitting you.
Shit, he should have ran then if you're gonna ball up.
But you tried to run. Obviously, when you're getting, you don't walk out there thinking I'm walking into a 5-on-1 or a 4-on-1. You can trip and you fall and it's nighttime. Now you're just trying to. Some people got different ways of survival. Some guys gonna cover up. Some guys gonna.
Some people don't know how to fight too. But keep going.
Some guys say I can take 2 licks. Let me go and I'm gonna get up and run. But then you know what? You depend on what size those guys is.
Yeah.
Then I might want to take them licks. Some guys can holler out help. Some guys say, man, whatever. Some people got different types of survival skills.
Did you talk to the coach? What the coach said? You just talked to him. Said, man, how you got you to get up out that motherfucking heat, man? Do you know how to fight? But keep going.
But this stuff happened. You gotta realize this stuff is like in a matter of
Jimmy, survival. You just said survival. Everything happens in a minute. Everything happened.
A minute is a long time.
So they whooped him alone. How long they whooped him?
A minute is a long time. Most people that squabble don't have but 27 seconds in them. Most people that squabble bleed that.
But if you
get past
beating
that
up on one
20,
person, you got a little bit more extra energy. Now, if both of y'all going at it,
that depends on the guy working out that morning. Some guys work out in the mornings. You don't know about that. They ain't got no sound in their face out weighing 6 miles.
man, tell the story. My bad.
What
I'm
are you
just
talking
talking.
about?
Don't pay me no attention.
Some guys drink syrup all night. Some guys drink beer all night. They're alcoholics. They ain't lasting. I love them kind
Some
right
guys
there.
take Viagra. I mean, no, I'm
Some
just.
guys, whatever they do, you know if they got deficiencies, they need some help in some form of way. That mean they definitely can't go long. So now I'm getting you guys. Here's the deal. So I mentioned to you, it was later learned that not only the young man, the two siblings were later arrested that night about 1:30 to 2 o'clock in the morning away from campus. But the next morning, after reviewing the tape, the footage, it was learned that a teammate, another player, had struck the coach twice. Well, at least twice. He's a juvenile, and this young man spent the entire weekend, spent a couple of days
In the clink.
in the juvenile facility.
Mm-hmm.
The two siblings were bonded out the next day out of Montgomery County Jail. Now, once again, a teammate. That teammate, Heather, was the same teammate who mom said, I'm going to take my baby home. Remember, it was two of them.
So all of them, they playing that, Jim. No, you don't have to. I said they was talking that on the way when they pulled their ass up. What they was going to do. They was just trying to figure out what was going. But keep going.
So
it wouldn't pay for me to be the prosecutor.
Hold on. It gets sadder. I'm giving you guys good stuff. Now, on top of that, also in this parking lot right there at the time, the camera showed another young man who was a student athlete. That's one of the most recruitable student athletes
On the camp.
on the campus. He's an underclassman, but he weighs about 275 to 290.
Yeah, he's a big one. Oh, that's why he couldn't run.
He doesn't play basketball.
No.
He plays another sport.
Yeah. Okay.
He's also a juvenile.
Okay. Wow.
He was also picked up and spent a day or two in the juvenile facility and has been released as well. So in the news,
they was whooping on Coach Jimmy. That's five dudes and whooping on Coach's ass.
Now you understand what I'm getting at? I'm just saying.
I see why he couldn't get it. Okay, all right. And then the big 270, if you couldn't get rid of his big ass, but I'm running. That motherfucker, excuse me, they had to catch me, Jimmy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm Jimmy. I'd rather be a live coward than a dead hero. I'm coming back. But I ain't finna win that fight right there, but I'm coming back. Somebody gonna get a bat on their ass, man. Somebody gonna, boy, I had to go equalize Jimmy. I was finna be like, what's my man, Robert McCall on the equalizer. I was gonna get me some equalizer on their asses. I'm just telling. Now, I might have been in that penitentiary too for whooping them minors, but I had to get them, man. I'm sorry, man. They had a big 2-7. All of them boys beat up. And you know what, though? They can't hit good because the coach came back and took a picture with his team.
Yeah.
After they won the thing, he had he had a thing on his eye.
Yeah.
But man, I'm sorry.
The consolation division of the Lufkin tournament.
Man.
Hey,
Jimmy.
This was on Tuesday, and it was in Lufkin on Thursday through Saturday.
Jimmy, this could happen in summer basketball.
Yes.
This could easily happen. The way these people are treating these kids and doing this, Man, y'all gonna listen. That's why I've been pleading with y'all to deal with these people better. Deal with people better. Because these folks ain't playing out here by these little old kids, man, in this basketball stuff, man. It's a matter of pride to them. Them folks said, oh, hey, don't get on the bus. We finna go. We finna get his ass some kind of way. Don't you get on the bus, baby. You come on ride. We gonna get this thing. And they know Coach probably already told the pack in the beginning of the season, I got a 24-hour cool down period. But they did not want to hear it. They brought their ass. Because wait a minute, why your kid riding with you if you bringing your ass to the campus? The prosecutor gonna tear their ass up on this one. They better have some good lawyers.
That's Montgomery County. And
Yes,
you have to
sir.
realize. So now, here's the thing. You have.
It's going to happen. He talking about you hit a summer coach. Summer coach is going to, listen, if this happened here, this is going to happen somewhere. Shit, summer coaches been getting their ass whooped. The referees even whooping the summer coaches around the country.
Oh,
so,
yeah, I've seen. No,
yeah. So summer coaches can get their ass whooped too, according to Brooks.
Well,
I'm telling you.
I've seen a summer coach fight his player. And one of them was a prominent, name.
Y'all better treat these kids accordingly with your tough asses out here.
Once again, one of them the summer coach had played in the NBA, and I was there when him and that kid got right into it, squared up, and squared up on that bench.
They're gonna meet the wrong kid and the wrong crazy ass parent, which is wrong. But y'all just as wrong too. Y'all just as wrong. You better be ready. Because y'all got to realize this mirroring. Do you think this just going to happen in high school basketball? This mirroring what's going on in society all over the country. And you think summer coaches, shit, that's the next ass whooping coming. That's the next ass whooping coming around here. I'm telling you.
So they're not done. Once again, there's 3 student athletes who have been accused.
It's crazy, man.
Or have been handcuffed for allegedly attacking the head basketball coach. 3 student athletes.
I'm just telling these niggas.
Hey, and plus one adult.
These dudes.
Plus one adult. One adult.
Dude.
And 3 student athletes.
I don't care about nobody losing their job. I'm telling you, there's an ass whooping coming. Y'all, I'm just trying to tell you, y'all be prepared. If this happened right here, this was premeditated. Y'all don't know what triggers parents and which is wrong. Them boys was wrong for beating on that coach ass. But I'm telling y'all, these things happens in multiples. Just like the people be running in these schools, killing these kids. These things, people see this. Because it got sent to me 1,000 times. Some of these parents ain't stable. These parents think you messing off these scholarships. They ain't, Jimmy, what you said, they ain't got no money. They ain't put back no money to save for little Johnny. And you stopping them? It's an ass whooping coming from one of y'all. I'm telling you. Y'all just better be able to catch. Y'all better be able to stand it with your tough asses. Somebody gonna see how tough your ass is in the near future. Somebody, Jimmy, Coach, I hear the venom, Coach. I hear these parents. These parents, I'm telling you, man, I don't know what the situation was over there with their kid. And I think it's wrong. All I'm telling you, college coach, your high school coach, your summer coach, y'all better be prepared. That's all I'm telling you. Coach, these people ain't playing. Jimmy, you told me some shit. You said, yeah, y'all got me cranked up. We're not going on the bus. We're not going on the bus either. We're not going on the bus. And Jimmy, think about this. The coach got off good. Jimmy. And they got off good. Because most people carry firearms.
But not on the school campus. So that's not the coaches at
Not
work.
the coach. But the kids and the mammy and them could have had one. Dude. Wow. It better be some quick. You better be some quick draws out here.
I mean, it's
because your head's got an ass whooping coming out here. Remember, I told you
this situation. You got to realize it's deeper.
It's real deep, Jimmy.
Understand something. This town, Willis, is a town, small town. So everybody pretty much know everybody. The young head coach has only been there for about 2 years or so. And so, and like everybody knows, I don't like using the term everybody's a good dude, no matter, because that's what people gonna say about some of the kids that's got in handcuffs. Oh, they're good dudes. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, do y'all understand how many
good dudes?
Hell, how many people in my family said I was such a good ass dude the first time I got in handcuffs? Think about how many pastors and deacons. Oh, he's a
that's Edna's boy.
Yes. So do y'all understand? That's so much of an understatement.
Yeah.
I don't even like
good people do bad things, Jimmy. Good people do bad things. You can be good. You just like to do stuff.
So there's other people that are good people, good dudes,
but
they did something wrong.
Yes.
You did one thing wrong.
Shit, I know I have. I just probably didn't get caught.
And you got caught doing that wrong. So now he's a good dude. The only time that stuff matters and it has a chance of mattering, and what I learned by experience, is if you're in the sentencing phase and they got to come and get on the stand and talk to the judge as to why they have to give your ass the whole 25 years, and they want to tell you, that's when it matters. Or after the fact, when you're trying to come home off parole. That's the only time that matters. Jimmy, they don't even look at that. Everybody got to stack.
Jimmy, my plea is to all you tough ass summer coaches out there. My plea is y'all better understand. What Deion said? Y'all ain't hard to find. They coming. Y'all better start treating these people a lot better. Huh? What'd you say?
See, one of the questions, Jeremy Cunningham says, where was his staff?
The good one.
The assistant coach was there. The assistant coach was there.
He must have saw 270 and didn't want to get nothing in it.
And not sure, but the assistant coach, his presence, hell, this assistant coach is smaller than him, though. But
oh yeah. But Jimmy, it's strength in numbers. That's what Pat Riley said.
But I think the way that it sounded like it was a truck.
Damn.
It was a truck, and the assistant coach was on one side of the truck, and it happened so fast, and you're on the other side of the truck. So it was kind of like a bunch of talking at first, and the assistant coach probably, you know how it is, you don't want to stand there with him. You want to get an angle so that way you can make sure you don't have no idea a click is about to take place. You don't have no idea a click.
Jimmy, why they show up at the school? Jimmy, come on, Jimmy, you from the hood. Jimmy, no. Jimmy, they tell you, Jimmy. They said we ain't going on the bus. And then show their ass up at the school. You ain't thinking?
Alan, once again.
You ain't thinking?
There's no way in the world that you're thinking. You know there's one disgruntled one. The second one was not
Yeah, you don't know about all of them, but you know it was a problem.
You think your eyes is on them was two brothers. That's where your eyeballs at. Your eyeballs on them two brothers.
I got you. So
you ain't got no idea
but you knew something was gonna happen though, right?
Or as you call him, the biggin. Jimmy. You got no idea.
Hey, Jimmy, guess what? Jimmy, if I saw Biggin and all of them, man, I'd have got on the phone and called my dudes. Said, dude.
You wouldn't have went back outside if you knew it was, if you had.
That's what I'm talking about from the inside. When I went inside. Hey, man, no, because they would have been out there waiting on me. So I called my dudes and said, look, player, hey, man, I need about 4 or 5 of y'all, and we got, call Big Pookie. And all I want y'all to do is come up here and escort me to my car. That's all.
You know,
Jim, I'm trying to win, man.
You know, Al Elwood, look, let me tell you, I get it. You know, he says there's not anything about
Thank you, big coach.
Huh? You know, that's true.
What?
However, this is an ongoing police investigation.
Yeah.
So I'm making this as comical because if it ain't kind of half
it's fine.
laughable,
yeah,
then me and Hal are gonna find ourselves getting summoned to be on somebody's on stand during a trial.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got to make it comedy.
Jimmy, I'm sitting here saying,
if you've never been in handcuffs, you better make like a committee. It's an ongoing police investigation, ongoing trial.
Because somebody else might. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Because my intel tell me they had a meeting this morning. And there could be at least one more charge from this. And you guys can guess who that might be. I'm just going to say, there could be one more charge. Albeit it may be a misdemeanor. It may be a misdemeanor, but it's still enough. Once you get charged, then that's enough to prevent you from coming on the campus to another extracurricular activity. Remember, those are privileges.
Yes,
those are not
rights.
Rights.
That's right. That's a good point.
And you know what I'm saying? I understand this thing is embarrassing enough.
It's embarrassing, man.
For the whole town of Willis. It's embarrassing for
Houston too. That's Jimmy. That's Greater Houston area. If we claim them, they part of the Greater Houston area.
And the thing is, the coach, they once again, not like other folks, they have the video footage, the administrators. And if that coach had not made the phone call to his athletic director, to his superior,
that was smart play.
If he had not followed the protocol in doing that, that coach ass may have been fired.
Fired for getting his ass whooped?
Yeah, because you didn't follow protocol. So that means Nas word was word. You didn't follow protocol.
Okay. All right. I got you.
You know?
I got you.
And that coach, you know, so one thing about it, you have rules as you're an educator.
Hold on. Jimmy, watch this. Jim, right here. I'm going to hit his ass hard. I'm just telling you right now. I'm hitting him right in his neck. Right in his eye. I'm knocking the piss out of him if one of them kids hit me. I ain't turning the other cheek. Jimmy, my name ain't, I'm finna be Shannon Sharp. When they go low, I'm going to the basement.
You going to hell.
I'm going to the basement, Jimmy. You think I'm finna let one of these niggas hit me? You got to be out your mind. And say, go get your daddy so I can whoop his ass some more. Look, kid ain't got no business hitting no grown. Coach, respect for your coach, man. Somebody put up there, he's a hard man. Coach is supposed to be hard. These parents out here going crazy. The kids going crazy. Jimmy. That's why we got all these acronyms. Parents going wild. Coaches going wild. Players going wild. Referees going wild. Jimmy, I didn't know that many referees watch this show either, man. I feel bad, man.
Yeah.
I feel bad, man. Every time I walk in the gym, everybody say, hey, man, I'm finna act right today, man, because I don't want you to talk about me on show. I said, man, no, man, that be Jimmy be putting me up to tell it.
And so
He said I can't do that. I know I can't. I know I'm gonna get fired. I know.
You might just go and take your keys off,
Jimmy.
take your ID off, leave it all in the parking lot, and just go on.
Yes, Jimmy.
Go on back in your office, get your microwave out your office, get
Jimmy.
your microwave out your office, get your
Jimmy,
flip flop.
think about me.
Flip flop out the shower.
Yeah,
and go
Jimmy. I'm a coach, right? I'm on the camp. Somebody on the campus probably been looking at me like kind of like me a little bit. She gonna say, "You let them little dude whoop your ass." No, Jimmy, I can't come back, Jimmy. I can't take that loss, Jimmy. I can't take that loss. I can't take that loss.
Hey,
I'm sorry, y'all. Lord,
hey,
hold up, Jimmy. The Lord haven't delivered me there yet. I'm praying every day. He just ain't delivered me yet. Somebody talking about stuff down. Hey, if you knew my life, Courtney Brooks, you understand what the freak I'm talking about. Don't think this just Robert had on this show. Don't think this. Hey, tell my bills got to be paid. Yeah, and ass got to be whooped.
But the way that it came to me.
Yeah.
As if you guys just tune in, we're talking about the situation in Willis High School. That's a basketball program. A coach was attacked by at least 2 players, and 3 student athletes and an adult.
Mm-hmm.
That the video footage it supports the claim that they each made contact during the attack with the coach's body,
Mm-hmm.
with their hands and or feet. So when it came to me, how does this? That coach was waiting, and you're trying to wait them out. You say, well, they ain't left yet. I'm gonna wait a little while. You wait a couple of minutes, and you're tired. You're like,
man, what's up?
They come. So then you tell assistant coach, no, man, you know what? Man, you feel that you're talking, your negotiating skills are better than what they really are. So coach said, man, you know what? I got this, man. Let me go out and tell these people something so they can go home, man. Set a time that way we can meet in the morning and whatnot.
Coach,
he didn't realize.
I got a question.
He went out there.
Jim, I got a question.
They were what you call fighting man.
Help me with this. All you educators out there. So it's a written. Tell me what the rule, educators. Okay, I ain't never did nothing but Jimmy. What you call it? I substituted a couple times. Okay, that's all I ever did. It wasn't in my contract that if a kid hit me, I can't. What is the rules for one of these kids putting their hand on you? You're supposed to turn the other cheek. Y'all help me. One of these big old ass dudes haul off and knock my ass. I suppose to just go on by my business. Is that y'all telling me? And I want your educators to help me. He said, did the AD ever show up?
Yes, he came. It took about 30 minutes for him to come.
Okay.
I asked that.
I wouldn't have came. Okay, I see what you're saying.
He had to come, but he wasn't. It wasn't fast enough. And this stuff happened. He was like, "Let me go out," And the AD did show up.
Uh-huh.
So the AD show up, and the AD saw the physical, the firsthand physical results of the coach's claim. Now the people had got in the car and left by the time the AD got there.
See,
they had left the premises. The assailants.
Jimmy, you know what's unique, and I keep telling you guys, and I know y'all talking about get. See, that's why I preach to my family and my kids, because you can get fired from your job. I told them, you're not getting all this education to be employed. You're getting an education to be deployed, to use your talents to do whatever you want to do. Use your talent. Let me tell you something, because they ain't going to pay you enough for your talent no way. So if you worried about a job and you're a man, you worried about a job, then yes, you get your ass whooped. But if you understand it, man, I'm going to use me and my resources and my talent. I'm going to get paid. I ain't got to be working for this. Then you if you think like that, you ain't finna let one of these little dudes just hit you. No. His ass got to learn, because he going to hit the wrong one. I'm going to give him such a good lesson, Jimmy. Because guess what? All I'm doing is teaching him a lesson. Don't you hit no old ass. We got old men strength. Don't you hit one of them old ass dudes. They'll hit you in your damn chest and your breath will go out your body. Somebody, see, these kids don't fear nobody no more. I used to be scared. So my mama, Jimmy, I used to tell the principal, hey, player, you hit me, man. Please don't call her because she going to whoop me in front of the cafeteria, in front of Jimmy, in front of Lakeisha, in front of Barry. She going to whoop my ass right there because she said, you embarrass me right there. That's what I'm going to whoop you right there. But you know, parents can't do that no more, Jimmy. So little Johnny can get in the car and the mama can say, let's go whoop you. Hey, let's go try this. Let's go try it. Man, okay. Y'all had them, keep them jobs. And keep your jobs and let these dudes whoop your ass if you want to. But all I'm saying, I just said I can't. I ain't telling you, don't you do it. Don't you do this. I'm putting out the disclaimer. Don't you do this. But guess what? It's just hard, man. It's just hard. The way I grew up and the way it's just hard, man. It's just hard.
I'm reading these comments. Y'all wild, man.
Why teachers collect phones at the beginning of the
Y'all
class.
are brutal in this comment.
I done seen somebody swing on the teacher, hit the teacher in the jaw because they took their phone. And I supposed to sit there and say, I got to restrain you after you done bust me in my damn mouth. Me and Herb Baker be fired. Jimmy.
You definitely gonna get, because
Jimmy, I know I'm gonna get fired. That's why what? I'm not trying to be a teacher.
So you at the point of no return, and that will also go in your jacket because
it's gonna go in my jacket, but I ain't trying to get no job no more.
So, I mean, you won't be able to work in the public school system unless you have unless your relationships kick in another district and somebody is able to.
Jimmy, I'm a teacher. I'm an educated man. I better know how to go and deploy my talents to make a living for me and my family. Coach, Jimmy, that's just. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all got to restrain these kids around here, man. Y'all sitting up here plotting on dudes and driving from Willis. Wait a minute, from Conroe to Willis. I don't know how far that is, but from Conroe to Willis, y'all done thought about this. This what we gonna do this week. This what we gonna do. We got extra people. We got extra bodies. He ain't got enough bodies. And he brought his little butt outside without no bodies. All I would have said, I'd have called my people and said, man, come and escort me to my car. If I'm going to be doing the thing the right way, come on, man, y'all come and escort. And guess what? And if it's a fight out there, it's a fight between them. I done got in my car and got the hell out of there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just, Jimmy, ain't nobody got no business hitting nobody. Jimmy, if you hit somebody, you supposed to be willing to get your ass hit back. That's all. Somebody slap you, you got to be. And I know, Jimmy, I remember you said, man, I'm on paper. I can't do other. You said, but you said you couldn't wait till you get off.
I'm free and clear now, though.
I said, and see, you had them crazy ass thoughts. I mean, some of them I had to pray for your ass. You might not pray, but I had to pray. I said, man, please, Lord, don't let him do nothing crazy around here. Talk your ass off for several inches. I said, Lord, calm him, man. Calm him down.
I'm free and clear now, boy.
Yeah, I know, but guess what?
I might do. You know what I might do? You just gave me a thought.
No.
We gotta go get past the mic. We're gonna get past the mic. We're gonna go. That's on my bucket list.
What?
That's on my bucket list.
What? What's on your bucket list?
It might sound silly to some of y'all, but that's part of my tied to the community. I said that one day I want to go back in one of them joints and be able to talk to the guys. You know, they have people that come.
Oh, Jimmy, I got a ministry that does that now.
Yeah. Oh, you know, Mike Lindsay. Mike Lindsay got. Yeah. He went in a couple of them. I'm just saying that's on my.
That's the most amazing thing.
That's on my bucket list. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. And what I do is, you know, think about it. I'd leave a couple of magazines in the library or for them guys to read or something. Or get, you know, you can't handle to them as country band. They might think nowadays. They like the old days. They flip the pages. Out for some razor blades or something. Nowadays, people put stuff on the pages, and the dudes lick the pages and get high. So it's different now.
But
You
Jimmy,
gotta
I
have
got
stuff come
something
from
for
the
you, though.
publisher.
That's why I had to come from the publisher. You're right. Jimmy,
Yeah.
I never forget in my going to the prison ministries with church. I mean, that was one of the most fascinating things. And I
Man, I
Jimmy,
can't wait to do that.
think about this, Jimmy. 99.9.9.9% of those guys that I talked to over the 20 years I've been going in prison was in jail for three things. I call them the 3Gs. It's a good day to talk about. Glory, greed, and girls. Glory, greed, and girls. Glory. Hit me. Ego, pride. Greed. Man, I'm going to do anything to get this money. And girl, man, that man said something. Man, he was messing with my guy. Man, Jimmy, I sit there and just listen to those stories. Glory, greed, and girls. Those guys said, when I'm listening, because Jimmy, I'm asking, why you in jail? Man, what happened? What happened? Man, I had to hit up on side. Jimmy, it's unbelievable, y'all. And I want to end the show on that one because I got to go somewhere. But glory, greed, and girls. Teach your young men, teach your young women about that. Jimmy, all that was glory. Jimmy, he took me out the game in front of my mama. Ego. That's all it was, Jimmy. But we out of here, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we can talk about this another day if y'all want to bring this.
That's...
We got Stacey Houston on here. I hate to lead the show right now. McKinley, oh my man, Mac, McKinley singing in the bill. Mac, he probably been talk to them people in prison too. Jimmy, it's Jimmy. Jimmy, I got you. Don't even worry about it. No, don't make that your bucket list. Make that an active list. Because you're going to be able to really, really reach them guys, man.
No. I'm just telling you, for real. I've been thought about saying once the time, and then I forgot. Now I just thought about it back again. Right. That because it's going to, no matter where I go, it's almost guaranteed that somebody is going to know. That's going to not necessarily know me personally, but they're going to know or have seen my face before.
Right.
And it's probably could be, hopefully it's not, but it could be a kid that played basketball that was that gave ink or had seen play before in years past.
Jimmy, we really finna end the show on this one because you just hit a trigger. I go to a party the other night. You know the party that I went to. You was invited to come. And this lady was staring at me. And she said, come here. I said, damn. She said, I remember we used to play against your son in high school, in Little League basketball. So-and-so, I ain't going to call it because y'all know so-and-so was a coach. So-and-so was a coach. We used to go against y'all all the time. I never knew you because we used to always go against y'all. And I said, yeah, I know you probably got your ass whooped by. I said, we talking like that. She said, yeah. So we was talking. She said, where your son? And I told her. My question was, I said, how your son? Where he at? Guess what she said? He's doing time. She didn't say in jail. She said he's doing time.
That's different. That's
Jimmy, it missed Jimmy. I promise you.
That's different color jumpsuit right there. That's a different color. That's different color jumpsuit.
Coach, this just happened, Jimmy, a couple of days ago, Jimmy. You follow me? It kind of broke my heart, man, because I'm happy. I said, well, my son's is. Then I said, well, how's your son? Well, I don't remember him, but how is he? She doing time. He doing time. I said, wow. But I'm gonna tell you about it, Jimmy. That's where we probably can start right there. Because you're from this community, we probably can start there.
We continue this conversation on tomorrow on the Chop Shop. Make sure you share the show. Many of you guys haven't shared the show. We just need you to share it one time, no matter which platform that you're on. Give us a thumbs up if you're on the YouTube show watching. You can also share it. That way people can go back and watch it from the beginning. Facebook, give us a share to your groups, to your pages. And tomorrow, like I said, added a little humor to this conversation. As I said, it's an ongoing police investigation.
Yeah.
You think about how many parents that are probably, we know one parent was present, but not necessarily the other parents, the other three. There's no account that they possibly were present.
Right.
So just think of how they're feeling. They woke up the next morning,
Yeah.
because when I understand, the two juveniles, they got picked up from school the next day, or after school, or somewhere at school or after school on the next day, and which is unfortunate. But it just shows me how out of control the society is and people is. And we'll talk tomorrow about how do we get to this point.
Yeah,
and how do we get to this point? But of course, tonight, big game. We have 5 games to see.
Yeah,
around Greater Houston. Is on the front of rcssports.com. You open up another screen, go to that website, and we have the times and the top 5 games to see around the area. Beaumont United is hosting Silsbee. That's a 6:30 tip-off, which I think is very good nowadays, because it's already dark. It lets the kids get back home 30 minutes earlier than before, and therefore you don't have to wait to 7:30 like they used to. 6:30 tip for towns like that is very, very wise. I think so. Draylon Miller over the weekend. A shout out to Coach Farb over in Georgia at Pebblebrook High School, and he's the founder of this clothing line. You may have seen Deion Sanders wearing the clothing line, the Anthony Lawrence collection.
Jimmy, not only Deion Sanders, hold on now. Robert Hatter wears damn clothing line too now. Shit, hey, Robert Hatter, and you wear his clothing line.
Yeah, I got the clothing line as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I need a lid though. I need a lid.
No. I'm good.
Need a bucket hat. Need a good bucket hat with Anthony Lawrence collection. That way I can spoke with that. I'll get it right. Now, I was telling you guys about the
games, right?
About the top 5 games to see, and I mentioned the reason I showed you Coach Farb from Pebblebrook High School is because in the Colorado connection, Draylon Miller from Silsbee High School he committed to Colorado.
Oh, yeah. He gonna be winning. Okay, I got you. So
Draylon Miller also announced that he's going to remain in high school through the spring semester, graduate with his class as supposed to. Because it was reported, it was a thought if he went to a certain college, then he probably was going to go and finish school and test out and enroll in the spring, so you can be part of spring training. That helps to expedite you onto the field if you're a freshman in many cases. So he's going to stay at Silsbee and he's going to play basketball. That's the word. However, he's healing. Remember his last football game, he had a leg injury, which was rough. So he wanted to make sure he's 100% from that leg injury. So he's not expected to play tonight against Beaumont United. But he will be on the bench, probably with some Colorado gear on. Kids commit. They want to they want to floss a little bit. So he's gonna probably be decked out like that there. And
is you going to the game tonight?
Not that one. I think Doug is going to that one.
Doug, hey, Doug, is Doug?
I want to see Silsbee have them when they full throttle. I don't want to see Silsbee with just Jared Harris and the other little guys no more.
Yeah.
I need to see them when they full throttle.
I got to meet Jared Harris' mama. She's nice.
Yeah.
She was at the game. She was at the game this weekend at that massacre.
So that's pretty much it, guys. Anyway, share the show on your way out the door. We'll talk more tomorrow. And Paul, yes, we're going to talk football tomorrow. This is the week that we've all been waiting for. My wish has come true. I actually was rooting for Duncanville to win their game. Once North showed, I was rooting for Duncanville. You got just what you wanted. We're going to talk more. DeSoto football team, Duncanville, Summer Creek, North Shore, those are the Final Four. Not just DFW versus Houston, but it's not just the same District 21 versus District 11, Adam, but it's the first time in history that 2 black head coaches will be coaching in the top classification of the football state championships. So it's going to happen once at 3 o'clock, and it will be met again in the record books at 7 o'clock. 2 games that's never been happened before in a state championship game in the state of Texas. How about that, man? Think about it. It's 2023, Adam. It ain't never happened.
You see my music I play? Keep talking. You see your music I'm giving you in the background. Yeah? Keep on talking.
That's something. So shout out to those brothers. We're gonna give them props. We'll give them props. But at the same time, it's gonna be smack talking. We're gonna save all the good smack talking for Thursday. So that's on Thursday. Paul, let the Duncanville alumni know, let your DeSoto alumni know. On Thursday, we going in. We're gonna have North Shore, the East Side. You know, I just don't need no help talking how you feel about Dallas. You know,
so we got Summer Creek, North Shore going to invade Dallas and come back here with the win. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that. I'm with that. Hey, Jimmy. I'm biased. I'm Houston biased. Hey, I don't know not one player on either team for Paul Miranda. I'm Houston biased in that one. Now, how about that? I got to get out of here, y'all. Bye.
All right, man. We up out of here. Peace, man. Freight crazy.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.